warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from the group 14. Let me introduce ourselves. I'm Herda resmi and then Vivi novita sari. Today, we will have presentation about what our teacher should know and be able to do in addition to the verb. So, enjoy this video. What our teacher should know and be able to do. 1. Before you read, A. Look at the title and the introductory paragraphs in italic. 1. Who is the author of this article? Is he a teacher or a student? Teacher. 2. Who is the reading to? Student. B. Skim the whole article superficially. Pay attention to the subheadings according to this article. 1. What are the things that a teacher should foster in students? In math, 10 hardly tries at all. 10 snack class, chemistry is different. 2. Does the reader make suggestions to help the situation? Yes. 3. According to the reader, should students be allowed to evaluate teacher? Yes. C. Think about the following question. 1. What do you think are important qualities for a teacher to have? The quality of a teacher can affect students in learning. 2. What kind of activities motivate you to want to learn? What kind of activities take away your motivation? Learn with a new atmosphere, not just in the classroom. 3. Do you think the student can like a teacher even if they get low grades in his or her course? It depends how the way teacher teach. 4. What do you think teachers should do about cheating? No. 5. Do you think it is a good idea for students to evaluate teacher? Yes, it's good idea. D. Vocabulary. This word and phrase will help you understand the text. Accounts. To read accounts of effect, query, effect, assessment, attendance. 2. Painter, earring, have a bearing on. Benefit. 2. Cheat, care for. Consequence, deserve, detect, deterrent, discipline, disrupt. 2. Doubt, effect, effective, effort, encourage, enthusiasm, easy, ethic, evaluate, excel, excite, experience, to have, to foster, great, hinder, maturity, measures, observe, advance, pace, peers, perform, in a classroom, preconceived notion, principle, process, quiz, rampant, reform, regardless of required course, sensitive, stress, subtle, supervise them, threaten, topic, talk, work ethic. After you read A. How much did you understand? 1. How does Mr. Black evaluate his student? 4. What choice of them does he give? An appetite for learning, a desire to do well, traditional evolution, a modest proposal. 3. What, in the author's opinion, is wrong with Mr. Black's way of teaching? He never encouraged independent talk or in any way excited students about the work. 4. Which class does Dan prefer? His math class or his chemistry class? Why? In math, Dan hardly tries at all and snack class, chemistry, is different. He participates actively and has one of the highest grades. 5. Approximately how old is the reader of this article? 3 years. 6. What are the things the many teachers today seem afraid of, in the reader's opinion? In a classroom where cheating runs rampant during testing, the teacher has tablets filed to indicate the consequence. It tells an administrator the teacher does not teach well. 7. What are some of factors that create a successful learning situation? Teacher motivation can make or break a learning situation. The teacher who love the material and teach with the goal of making the subject live for the student have an excellent relationship with the student. 8. How can a teacher encourage a healthy work ethic? Before giving an essay a C or a D, the teacher should consider that later grade the real world will give the easy. 9. What is wrong with the teacher evaluation process in most schools? The evaluation process involves a lot of paperwork, but the teacher rarely benefits from what they are taught. They can quake the true level of enthusiasm or teacher 10. Impart. What are the advantages of getting students to evaluate teacher? The teacher may make a much more concerted effort to maintain discipline or make sure no time is lost. 11. What kind of students should do the evaluating of teacher? The student would use the free hours or schedule class time to go to classroom and observe teacher. 12. Why does the reader believe it is important for this evaluation not to affect teacher jobs? Teacher will be more open to suggestion and more themselves during observation if they knew that their teaching style and not the jobs might be affected.
B. Text analysis questions. Number 1. What does the example of Mr. Pike demonstrate? Introductory paragraph. Answer. Each day, he allows half the class time for reading and every few days give a quiz on plot and character. Before each quiz, students beg to not have to take it, even though must have completed the reading. They complain that there are too many details on which they could be tested. Why does the writer give us this example? Answer: so that students know how to help the teacher in the class, because no one but the students know how to perform. Number 2. What is present in paragraph 2a and 2b and what function does it serve? Answer: difference in math and chemistry class. Number 3. What is the writer's opinion about what makes a good teacher? Paragraph 4. Answer: the good teacher tells us what is out there to learn, shows an enthusiasm for acquiring knowledge for the purpose of understanding, and then turns us loose to learn at our own pace, all the while looking careful over our shoulders. Number 4. List the result of not being dogged with cheaters. Paragraph 8. Answer: the offense may never go. They may suffer no great consequence, and they probably will not stop cheating. Number 5. What is the function of paragraph 13 and 17? Answer: methods and suggestions for structuring a student evaluations. Now 6. What suggestion does the writer make for evaluating teachers? Answer: the evaluation process involves a lot of paperwork, but the teacher rarely benefit from what they are told. At most schools, administrators are concerned about the quality of teaching, but have little time to spend with individual teachers discussing this work. Then who else should do this? Other teachers could conduct peer reviews, and there is often an overlooked group who knows more about what constitutes good teaching than anyone else, the students. Number seven. Number 7. Explain the explain this quotation in the context of the whole article. Who else could really help teachers to be there? Abstract. Answer: only students can help teacher become better because only students know how the teacher in the classroom. Number 8. What is the writer aim in the article? Answer. Some method a teacher must know from a student's point of view. Close reading. A. Match each of the following two words or phrase from the bank. Assessment. Paragraph 1. The match word is tax. Bidding on. The match word is reports. Medical. The match word is ordinary. Inquiring. The match word is asking. App. The match word is likely. Does not cut it. The match word is isn't enough. Nation. The match word is idea. Accounts. The match word is notice. Offense. The match word is crime. Pick up. The match word is relevancy to. Consider. The match word is think about. Passive verbs. Find this in the text and then answer the questions. Number 1. Blah blah blah. The report is complete at the least possible moment. Paragraph 5. Who completes the report? Answer. Students. Number 2. A strong example must be set. Blah 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 blah. Paragraph 9. Who must set the example? Answer. Teachers. Modal verbs. Number 1. Replace the underlined modal with words from the box. A strong example must be set for those who would cheat. Answer. Has to. They can cut the true level of enthusiasm a teacher impart. Answer. Are able to. Some teachers may even bargain with the students. Answer. Will possibly. Next, that cannot be a deterrent. Answer. Must not. Number 2. How many times does the modal would appear in paragraphs 13 and 16? Answer. 8 times. What time is the writer referring to? Answer. Future. Sentence structure. Number 1. Answer the question following this sentence. Teacher who began a course with a preconceived notion that half the kids will show no interest at all are setting themselves up for a long year. What kind of teacher is this about? Answer. Some teachers are stuck teaching required courses. What is the notion that such teachers believe? Answer. That half the kids will show no interest at all are setting themselves up for a long year. Number 2. Rewrite the sentence in different ways using the words give. Number 1. Accepting only the best work a student is capable of encourage a healthy work ethic. Paragraph 10. If you If you receive the best work, then you can encourage a healthy work ethic. You can. You can encourage a good work ethic if you receive the best work. One way of. One way of encourage a healthy work ethic is to accept the best work. Number 2, there is no doubt that they experience a good deal of stress. Paragraph 18. Nobody can. Nobody can doubt that they experience a good deal of stress. The fact, the fact that they are under a lot of stress.
Addition to the verb. Practice 13. What question does the practice part answer? Choose from how, for what purpose, under what condition, when, where. 1. Some people go on diets in order to lose weight. For what purpose? 2. By becoming aware of the message our children receive, we can help them. How? 3. If you eat good food, your chance of being healthy are much better. Under what condition? 4. To make people cry, he saw them set movie. For what purpose? 5. Unless the teacher saw real interest in them, most students will lose motivation. Under what condition? 6. He always carries a notebook so as to be able to write things down as he thinks of them. For what purpose? 7. Example of such behavior can be found in every classroom in the country where 8. As long as students like a teacher, they will want to perform well to please him or her. Under what condition? 9. In my dream, my husband acted like my father. Where? 10. They moved far away from the old neighborhood and lost touch with the friends. Where? 11. In order to acquire motor skill and movement, children need frequent practice. For what purpose? 12. Dreams calm us through a process of cross-connecting. How? 13. Challenge should not be too difficult so that children can experience early success. For what purpose? 14. Throughout the world, educators are facing increasing violence in the system. How? Practice 14. What question does the bracket part answer? Choose from when, why, despite what. 1. They do this because they believe the meat is bad for your health. Why? 2. When you are nervous, you automatically tense your muscles. When? 3. Sign it with the student own room. They cleaned it without complaint. When? 4. The student took part in the inquiry despite the school objection. Despite what? 6. Although there is no system in Alan's workplace, he managed to find all the information he is looking for despite what? 7. More than 60% of America get little or no exercise even though they know it is important for body and mind. Despite what? 8. As the pupils continued with the task, the teacher went from group to group. When? 9. While physical education goals are important, they should not be the only goals in a physical education program. When? 10. They have been exposed to a second language since they entered nursery school. When? 11. As the children had already gained confidence in their physical skill, they were no longer afraid of the new challenge. When? 12. Owing to financial difficulties, the program was discontinued. Why? 13. While children play, they develop vital social skills. When? 14. They stay awake for 7 hours, then sleep for 7 hours. When? 15. In spite of the significance, dreams have not gotten much attention over the past 2 decades. Despite what? Practice 15. Circle the connective and path breaks around the additional information clauses. 1. When we were babies, we did this naturally. 2. They don't do this because they have to, they do it because they want to. 3. In the last decade, Americans have become father and father, even though national health surveys indicate that we actually consume fewer calories than in years past. 4. As children develop more skill, they can progress from group to group. 5. If students practice understanding and harness throughout the school year, they will acquire better habits. 6. You can do it sitting or standing as long as you are wearing comfortable clothes. 7. After they have worked through the procedure, the group needs time to report to the class. 8. Parents need to look for ways of contrasting these stereotypes so that their daughter will grow up with more confidence. 9. Could it be because it is more acceptable for women to cry?
Practice 16. Can you identify the mind clause? Underline the mind clause in each of the following. Number 1. When I hear the alarm clock, I imagine all kind of possibilities. 2. It's a good idea to stay away from this kind of person unless you like punishment. 3. Even though crying is so common, we don't know much about it. 4. The good effects of deep breathing are also emotional. Science deep breathing allows emotion to come to the surface. 5. Although most people turn the TV on every day, they, they don't actually watch it every what is very much. 6. Teacher plays a particularly important role in female learning because girls like to have tasks defined in more detail than boys do. 7. As soon as he was sent home, his symptoms returned. 8. Because true workaholic would rather work than to anything else. They probably don't know how to relax. 9. Even though nobody denies the pressure of everyday life, the new breed of specialists warn that the current methods of dealing with them are inadequate and often dangerous. 10. Gender stereotype get dragged to our children, no matter how we try to filter them out. 11. When there are fewer students in the class, each one has the opportunity to be heard. 12. Before I had a chance to teach a small class, I was not aware of how wonderful it could be. 13. Although violence is statistical on the decline, the number and severity of violent incidents in school has increased. Practice 17. Answer the question below a sentence. Number 1. Saying the earlier findings were not conclusive. They had to repeat the experiment. Why did they have to repeat the experiment? Answer. Because the earlier findings were not conclusive. Number 2. Although she does not have a university degree, she managed to get a very good job. Why is it surprising that she got a good job? Answer. Because she does not have a university degree. Number 3. The survey was carried out even though the teachers object to it. Who was against the survey? Answer. The teacher. Number 4. Whereas the elementary program was changed, the high school one was not. What is the contrast here? Answer. Whereas the elementary program was changed, but the high school one was not. Number 5. Textbooks are given to all students so that student will have equal opportunity to learn. What is the purpose? What is the purpose of giving them all textbooks? Answer. The students will have equal opportunity to learn. Number 6. Unless the economic situation improves, there is no chance of adding hours to the school day. Under what condition will it be possible to add hours? Answer. When the all state situation improves. Number 7. In spite of the fact that students are now getting more hours of math instruction, the ability level in math has gone down. Why would you expect the ability level to be high? Because students are now getting more hours of math instruction. 8. As long as students are given respect, they will return it. Otherwise, they won't. What will happen if students don't get respect? Answer: they won't return it.